the Sphinx. And Hancock and other researchers suggest that the lion-bodied Sphinx at Giza, which is believed to be far older than originally dated, would have faced the constellation of Leo at that same time, 10,500 BC. There are many who have questioned the synchronization of the Giza pyramids to Orion, but at the very least, they have triggered an important investigation, even if they prove not to be accurate in every detail. Astronomical alignment. It is certainly astonishing how the ancient structures and temples of apparently unconnected societies align with each other with astronomical, mathematical, and geometrical precision. The temples at Angkor Wat are covered in reptilian images, a feature of all the central cultures, including the Egyptian, the Central American, and the Indian. Professor Philip Callahan, in his study of the Round Towers of Ireland, has said that they are positioned with remarkable synchronicity to the star constellations of the northern sky, and the towers align with the constellation of Draco, the snake dance. According to their legends, the Hopi once lived within the earth and were fed and clothed by ant people, possibly the extraterrestrials known as the Greys. The Hopi refer to their ancestors as their snake brothers, and their most sacred of underground rituals is the snake dance. As I will keep emphasizing, not all reptilians are of malevolent intent. The Hopi say they ascended to the surface of the earth and emerged through their cave they called the Sipapuni. I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it. Native to Earth. Once on the outside, the Hopi say, a mockingbird arrived to confuse their language and make different tribes speak different tongues. This is such a repeat of the Tower of Babel that a connection is obvious. To this day, the Hopi will not recreate the images of their snake ancestors for fear of death. But underground worlds and cities, ancient and modern, abound all over the planet. Underground cities have been found near Derinkuya in Turkey. A reptilian race definitely live within this planet, and the only question is whether they are native to the Earth or elsewhere. Underground facilities. Another reptilian underground base is under Boynton Canyon in Sedona, Arizona. Similar bases exist across the world, and they are connected by tunnels with incredibly fast tube shuttles. It is significant that underground nuclear tests were carried out in Nevada and New Mexico, the location of many deep underground facilities which have been connected with reptilians. There are many sub and crossbreed races of the reptilians. Their elite is known as the Draco. They are usually between 7 and 12 feet tall. Fallen angels. They have wings which are flaps of skin supported by long ribs. The wings can be folded back against the body, and they are the origin of the term winged serpents. They are also the origin of the term fallen angels. The cape worn by Count Dracula is symbolic even. The cape worn by Count Dracula is symbolic of these wings and a fallen angel. The winged Draco are also known as the dragon race. Satan is depicted as a reptilian. Ancient gods. The Draco are the royalty of the reptilians, who apparently have canonical horns midway between the brow and the top of the skull. This struck me immediately because the ancient gods and royalty were depicted as wearing a horned headdress. Other species are known as reptoids. They don't have wings, but are cold-blooded. Their scales are much larger on their backs, and they have 3 fingers with an opposing thumb. They have large cat-like eyes. They are the giants described in the ancient records. Zachariah Sitchin. One of their planets of influence long ago is reckoned to have been Mars, and so were reptile crossbreeds among the white Martians even before they came here. Sorry, Zachariah Sitchin. One of their other planets of influence long ago is reckoned to have been Mars, and so were reptile crossbreeds among the white Martians even before they came here. Zachariah Sitchin also speculates that the Anunnaki went to Mars before coming to Earth. This would certainly fit the picture, and it could well be that the white Martians and the Anunnaki have long been genetically connected. A high priestess of the Brotherhood hierarchy, who has broken out of their clutches, says that the reptilian Anunnaki invaded Mars long ago, and the white race of Martians eventually left that planet for Earth. The Greys. The Anunnaki on Mars followed, she said, although I have no doubt that some are there now in underground bases. Whenever one of the NASA probes is in danger of letting the public see something they shouldn't, the link mysteriously goes down or the probe disappears altogether. Researchers believe reptilians are the controllers of the so-called Greys, with their big black eyes. The Greys feature in most abduction accounts. The fourth dimension. The common theme of all research into the reptilians is that they are emotionless and without sentiment, and at the fourth dimensional level, they feed off the energy of low vibrational human emotions like fear, guilt, and aggression. The more of these emotions that can be stimulated, the more energy the reptilians have to work with. Thus, we have the encouragement of wars, human genocide, the mass slaughter of animals, sexual perversions, which create highly charged negative energy, and black magic ritual and sacrifice. The reptilian breeding program appears to have produced an Anunnaki-Human hybrid, Adam, around 200,000 to 300,000 years ago. What the reptilians did on Mars, they have done here. Reemergence. There were already reptile alien bloodlines among the Martians when they came to Earth. One of the main locations for the Anunnaki and the Martians or Aryans, particularly during and after the Venus cataclysm of around 4800 BC, were the mountains of Turkey, Iran, and Kurdistan. And it was from here that they and their hybrids re-emerged when the waters receded. It was they who created the instant advanced civilizations in Sumer, Egypt, Babylon, and the Indus Valley. Rh negative blood. One area of research that is highly relevant are the number of people with Rh negative or rhesus negative blood. Often rhesus negative babies turn blue immediately after birth. This is the origin of the term blue bloods for royal bloodlines and other terms like true blue. It is speculated that the blue bloodlines could be of Martian descent. The genes of the albino white royal Draco appear to have been used to create the royal reptile-human hybrid bloodlines which have been used to rule the world since ancient times. Blonde hair, blue eyes. These were the ones known to the ancients as the demigods, who were given the task of middlemen controlling the population and running the world according to the agenda of their reptile masters. What is clear is that while the Anunnaki interbred with many Earth races, the white race has been their main vehicle for taking over the planet, and the royal Draco at the top of their hierarchy are albino white. When you look at ancient accounts, many of their hybrid creations have blonde hair and blue eyes. Crossbreed elite. A major change would seem to have taken place soon after the Venus upheavals because the Ubaid culture 5000 BC in what is now Iraq worshipped gods who were depicted as lizard humanoids, while the Sumerians 4000 to 500 BC, who lived in the same area, depict their gods as very human. The Anunnaki human crossbreed elite was described by the Sumerians, and there are many other accounts of the interbreeding of extraterrestrials and humans, or the gods and sky people interbreeding with humanity. This is most famously noted in Genesis, the Nephilim. When men began to increase in number and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. The Nephilim were on the earth. When the sons of God went to the daughters of men and had children by them, they were the heroes of old, men of renown. Genesis 6 1-4. According to Zechariah Sitchin, the word Nephilim relates to those who descended, while others say it means the fallen ones or those who have fallen. The Hopi. This passage in Genesis tells of the interbreeding between the extraterrestrials or inner terrestrials with humans to produce the reptile-human hybrids. The early offspring of these genetic encounters were the giants of legend, and there are many records of such hybrids. The Native Americans have many tales of the star people coming down from the skies to breed with human women, and Alex Christopher says that a common denominator in the abduction of humans by reptilians appears to relate to bloodline, particularly Native Americans or ancient Indians. The Hopi speak of originating within the earth. Son of Lamech. In the Book of Noah and its derivative, the Book of Enoch, a strange birth is described of a non-human child, Noah of great flood fame. The strange child, the text describe, is the son of Lamech. He is said to be like the children of the angels in heaven. Noah is described as white and blonde-haired with with eyes that make the whole house shine like the sun. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed beings with laser-like eyes is a description for mysterious gods, which spans thousands of years and cultures across the world. So a little bit of a longer presentation, that one, but it's important to get all the information out. And my shoulders are beginning to hurt, so I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for watching, and please feel free to leave any comments below.